yourself why. Why you're not going after who you want to be? Why you're not trying to be a better person? Why you're not locking in on these goals? Why you're starting things and then stopping? Why you're not being disciplined? Ask yourself why. In life, you have to understand that at our levels, appreciate the level that you are. Especially if it is that level that you at is that level that you wasn't always at. If it's that level that you worked hard to get to. So, if you was here, appreciate that you're a few levels are better. The situation not as bad as it was before, you're not probably not as fat as it was before, but you have more to go. You could get fatter, you could get fitter, you could look more toned. So appreciate, yes, appreciate how far you've came and understand that to be the best version of you, sometimes you have to go a little bit further. Yes, I'm not saying to be happy with your progress. Be happy with your progress. But if you are an overachiever, if you are who you say you are, you're gonna try and plot and figure out a way as to how to get better, how to go to that whole other step. And out here really showed me that. It showed me that Aston Martin, the Lambos, the Ferraris, it is achievable because somebody did it. You just need to figure out not how to get there, but what is your next level. And as you keep going up levels, eventually it would happen, it would fall in place. You would see yourself at that level or getting closer to that level. Don't try to put a time frame on it, just put in the work. And that's what we're doing here. So I saw the sights, I saw people, restaurants filled. People on their boat, they're laughing, having jokes, spending family time. And the thoughts came in like, why not you? Why not me? Like, why can't I not own a boat and come out on the lake on a Friday night? Get some good eats with the farm. Take the boat for a spin, take the jet skis for a spin, flip the jet skis. Have some fun. Like, why settle? Why settle? Why settle? All these people who live in like this normally, when they see me recording, they watch me like you know, like weird. But what they don't know is that this is not regular for me. Me being here is like another level for me, because 3 months ago, 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been in any position to be here. So the fact that I'm here now is a level for me, and I'm appreciating that level. They don't know that. But they don't also know that I'm studying now. How do I get to their level? And that's most important. When it is you're on that journey of betterment and just becoming better every day, small steps, small improvements, you need to think about these things. You need to study well. Why is this business successful? What business would I open if I was here? Oh, like, yeah, you can see the nice cars. I seen Corvettes, I seen it all, the Lambos, everything. But I also seen a hard worker or somebody in that person's family or whoever they know is a hard worker. Because we all know you don't get there just like that. You don't get to live like this just like that. somebody had to put in the hard work, whether it was a great grandparent or even if it was them that followed whatever career, whatever pathway, whatever business that works for them. They did that and they making it work for them. So these are the thoughts that are happening right now. And it usually comes down to discipline. And if it is you're willing to discipline yourself, if it is you're willing to lock in, if it is you're willing to do the work, because they did the work. They did the work, or somebody around them did the work. But most times I like to say that they did the work, because they are maintaining it, they are doing it. To be sitting here, you're hearing some of the engines going on. I think it's great to see these things and experience it, because now if that is your dream, then you know that somebody else living it, so therefore it is achievable, it is possible, it is doable 100%. Because you see it. See, if it was just on the internet, maybe you could say they just showing off for the internet. But when you're seeing these people driving these cars, not a care in the world, they're just talking to whoever is their passenger or have their dog hanging out the window and they just cruising. You could tell when something is normal for somebody, you could tell. And that lifestyle, this lifestyle, is normal for them. So now the question all boils back down to, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to just see it and be like, yeah, maybe it's just not for me, without ever even trying, without ever even knowing? How would you know if it was not just for you? What are you willing to do? Are you even willing to try? If it's not just for you, at least prove it to yourself that it's not just for you, with the hard work and the countless hours that you put into the game of discipline and becoming better. Prove it to yourself that it's not for you. Prove it to yourself that it is not for you. Don't just say it's not for you without ever trying, without ever not trying. Don't just say that it's not for you without ever not trying. How you can say something is not for you? Nobody come and tell you that personally. Like God didn't tell you that personally. Your friends could tell you, yeah, it's not for you, because look, this one didn't do it, that one didn't do it, and they just work hard. Maybe they don't work as hard as you could work. So you put in the work. You take that phone out, record, go on them runs, get your body built, try the businesses. Just try, because when has it ever not been cool not to try? If people laugh at you for trying, so what? Because if they have time to laugh at you for trying, chances are they probably not even living a life worth trying to live. I'm gonna say that again. If they are laughing at you for trying, chances are they are not living a life that's worth trying to live. So meaning you do not even want to be like them. These rich people, these Lamborghini owners, they're not gonna laugh at you for trying, because they know what comes with it. They would actually give you advice. They would tell you do's and don'ts, correct steps, challenges that you might encounter. They'd actually be more happy and more rooting for you. If you walk up to them and talk to them normally, they would be more rooting for you, more give you an air out than the same so-called friends that invite you to drink and party on the weekends. Like when I tell them, hey, you know, I really like this country based on pictures I see, like we save up and go. They be like, yeah, that's something good. And chances are, those plans never make it out of the group chat. But going by the bar, they're making it out of the group chat every single day. So that is also a lesson in the people that you keep around you and the friends that you keep around you. If you don't have friends that are pushing you and keeping you along that path, I must say it, cut them off, because they're not adding value to your life. They're not adding value to where you see yourself being. And even if it is, you don't cut them off entirely, you just do your work and watch the distance in that friendship grow. It would grow. The distance in that friendship would grow, because they are on a whole other pathway. They are not seeing your vision. They aren't. Keeping it real, they aren't seeing your vision. And you need to see your vision and don't let them cloud your vision. That is 100% confirmed. Don't let these so-called friends cloud your vision with these parties, with these just pointless activities. Because going and partying all night to wake up with a headache and then what? Go back to your regular job to just do the same thing all over again. So it's like, are you living to basically feel upset and have headaches and have hangovers? Is that your fun? Nobody not saying, no, I'm not saying don't have fun. Just saying that you have to have priorities. And if your priorities is going out every weekend, instead of taking that extra time that you have into putting it into your ideas and working hard, then maybe you don't want it as bad as you think. If you can't say no to some of these plans, you don't want it as bad as you think. If you can't accept people looking at you weird for trying, you don't want it as bad as you think. You think I do have people watching me right now talking to a tripod? Yeah. But I understand this. This is normal for them. They're already where they are, or at a level that is higher than mine. So if they're judging me at my level or looking at me at my level, I could care less. Because I have a level that I want to be at, which is their level or even higher. So they could look at me however long they want. I don't care. I want something. I'm going after it. You need to know what you want and go after it. These friends, they're not helping you out. Forget it. Take that risk. Lock in on yourself. You have the idea. You know what it is. You know whether it's a clothing brand, an online store, getting fit. You know what you have to do. You know what you want. But you're being held back. Why? Ask yourself why. I want you to pause this video and just ask yourself why. Why you ain't pause the video as yet? Pause the video and ask yourself why. Why you not going after who you want to be? Why you not trying to be a better person? Why you not locking in on these goals? Why you starting things and then stopping? Why you not being disciplined? Ask yourself why. And after asking yourself why, I want you to get a journal, get a book. Write down what it is you want the most. Then I want you to break it down into weeks. What can you do weekly to get to this level? What can you do weekly to achieve this? And then break it down by days, what you're going to do daily. And as you take a whole big mountain and you break it down into steps, and you just go at it every day, consistently.